Hey, it's Kyle here with Kickstart Automation. And what we specialize in is helping catering companies start automating their marketing and sales so they can really grow and organize their business to take it to the next level. So, before I show you the three ways on how automation can grow a catering business, I wanted to kind of separate what kind of companies it's going to work for and what companies it is not going to work for. Okay. I've been doing this for a while, and I understand that where automation hasn't worked for businesses, and 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 where it really works for is for companies that have been around, catering companies that have been around for 3 years or more, and that's because over time they've identified who their target market is. They've identified in the wedding industry where they're based out of what type of weddings that they do really well in. So that's what I mean. They're targeting of in what their business does really well in, so they can target them. Once they've targeted them and they're doing really well in it, there's issues that start coming in. So they need more help to get more repeat business in that vertical, and they want referrals from that business once they've worked with that customer and the wedding went really well. How do we get more referrals from that event? Or maybe it's in the productivity area here where they don't have a problem with sales and marketing, but they just want to do it more effectively so they can get into that delegation segment that now they're making $1 million to $3 million a year. Currently, they're at 300,000 to $1 million. So they need to provide more efficiency inside the business to get to that next level. So this is where automation can really be utilized to leverage a business to get to that next level. Where automation doesn't do a good job in is if you are relatively a new business, you're passionate, you want to turn this into a business, automation won't really help you because you need to really understand your own business first to be able to then bring in automation. So I want to be very clear there. So let's get into the three ways that automation can grow your business. So I got a little tab here that I have some notes I want to share with you. And that is, we need to put in a scenario. We need to look at the business itself to see why and where. So let's take a business, for example, and just work with me here on some averages here. So let's say your business gets 10 wedding corporate leads per month, and on average, they're about $6,000 in what they're worth. So in total, that's $60,000 in potential sales per month. And with your current system right now, you're closing 2 per month. So that's pretty easy. That's 20,000 per month. And the loss is $40,000 that we're not able to bring in. Once we start looking at that number, that's about $240,000 in revenue on that kind of that 20% win rate. So how do we double that win rate? If we double that win rate, what would it look like? So let's say if we had a system that was going to help us get 40% or 50%, we would be bringing in almost $300,000 in sales. So that's just the total. 720 divided by 40 is 288,000, and 20% of 720,000 is 240. So that's this 240,000 per year. This is with no system in the background that's helping you automate your marketing and sales. Okay, and I'm going to show you here in a few seconds, or why don't I show you right now, three ways in how automation can really grow a catering company. So let's take a look at the first one. Okay, so I got them like little separators here so we can take good bite size golden nuggets on exactly how automation can really help in today's business market. So the first one is the online inquiry page. So I got an example here. We got trufflescatering.net. We're on their contact page. And what you can notice is that there's not just the first name and email address and phone number. We actually got more questions like the approximate budget, the occasion, what's the guest count, where's the venue, and are these, what else do we need for this event? So this is kind of really qualifying the leads that you got coming in. I got another one here that is also first name, and we're also asking, how many, more or less are coming to the event, and also like yes or maybes on these other kind of questions, like do you need a midnight service for food, at midnight. I like this question. When are you going to be making a decision? Immediately within the next month. So where I'm going with this is that automation now today can take submissions that people give off the website that we could give in the next 20 minutes, send back to them kind of a pre-quote. And why I like that is that when we get submissions, typically we have to wait till the next business day, or maybe they submit it Friday afternoon. We're not back in the office on Tuesday because Monday was a long weekend. So with automation, we can get the form submission, and based on how they fill out that form, we could send them a pre-quote to say, based on your submission and the stuff that how you answered the questions, this is kind of a rough quote based on the here's a menu idea and some pricing. What do you think? So that when we come back on Tuesday, we've already sent out a pre-quote, and they've already given us some feedback on things we need to change. And so there is a great example there of automation being able to give out some pre-quotes and kind of start the ball rolling than just getting email submissions off your website. And then you have to then on Tuesday morning spend time trying to, call them up and get those details. Where with automation, you've already sent that pre-quote. They've gotten back to you and they've told you they like and they dislike some things in this pre-quote, so that you can then on Tuesday start, finalizing a better quote and getting that accepted and moving that then into the next stage and process in your business. So that's the first way that automation can help, saving time by allowing automation to send out pre-quotes based on form submissions. Okay, hope you like that. Second is the sales buy-sell process. So in your organization, in your business, do you have like a sales process? Do you have a sales pipeline that literally breaks down the stages of when you get a new opportunity and move them through the business so you keep control of the deal? So automation now, this is now sales automation, where based on the stages that we move them through, it can trigger emails and it can trigger tasks for us to do. So for us to complete, keep us organized. So an example of that here in the dashboard is that we can put together all the stages, high-level stages that we move this is a wedding pipeline and this is a corporate sales pipeline. They're more or less similar. There's some little slight differences, but let's focus on the wedding here, for example. So now that you've got leads coming in and you've got more leads coming in and it's ramping up, do you have a system that will keep you kind of organized and move them through the stages, that will create tasks for yourself automatically so that you don't forget to complete that? Or sending out emails on behalf of yourself back to the customer, thanking them for the deposit, or automating a couple of days before to make sure that the numbers are final before the event, or reminding them that they need to get that 30% payment, that their 30% payment is going to be coming out, all this kind of stuff. So do you have like a sales process that you move them through so you can keep control of the sale, but also keep organized when these stages change? And you do have a sales process. You do have a sales pipeline. You do. It's just invisible. We need to take that out from the air, and we've got to map that out and then have a little automation that happens per stage. So crossing these little tasks off for you so you don't need to do them all the time. So that is having a process and having automation help you stay organized through that. So that's having that's the second way and how automation can help, and that's really staying organized. Okay, it also could be helping you to always following up at the right time and reducing problems to start to begin with. That's why I kind of put that in there. So the first two that we've went through already is saving time and staying organized via automation. The third, and I like this one, is the payment automation. So when you got deals that close and you're getting that deposit, and the client also agrees to the other deposits, how about a payment plan? So you can get paid on time and you don't have to be wasting your time sending those emails. that saying, hey, the payment's due today, you know, this kind of awkward. So we need to have a system also set up so that we can accept credit cards and have a payment plan that's pre-charging those credit cards weekly or monthly based on like a, let's say a $10,000 event. We can be charging weekly, monthly, and that's a great way on how to increase sales. So instead of trying to charge big lump sums, we can actually win the sale faster if we can get payment plans that meet the budget of our client, but also getting paid on time as well. And we don't have to be doing anything. So how that looks like is if I, again, back inside Infusionsoft, and we go look at a contact record, and this is what a contact record looks like. Let's go take a look at their orders. So I open up an invoice here, and what we can do here is we can put in a payment plan. So the total balance was $122, very small amount. Right now, what's due, because this is kind of early August, is that these two amounts are due, and these ones are upcoming. So this is like September, October, November, December. So right now this is showing, you know, 23, like $28.40. So if I went back to the contact record, you would see that this is $28 here, balance due. So right now I don't have a credit card in there right now, but the idea is that you would have a credit card and it would be automatically getting the payments for these separate amounts. So if you had an event for $10,000 and it's happening in 6 months, well, you could be doing like a $1,200, $1,300 payment plan each month up until that event. So those are the three things that are needed if you're wanting to scale and grow a catering company, and having automation, you know, do so by really helping you save time based on all the leads that you got coming in and starting the sales process faster, staying organized so that you can be moving them through the stages and qualifying them through the process. And three is once you do get the sale and moving it through, is that you don't have to keep worrying about if they're going to make a payment on that day when you agreed for them to pay, right? You can move that off to the side. So these are the three ways on how automation can help bring peace of mind if you're looking to grow your catering business. That's it for me. This is Kyle from Kickstart Automation. If you do have questions, make sure you schedule a call with me so we can go through this demo a little bit more and I can answer more of your specific questions. Take care. Talk to them. Bye-bye.